Right, so Tom Roberts, with regards to the ties that bind, and that's what I asked the questions about, he said, what does it smell like?
Okay. I always
Green! Smells green. Definitely smells green.
I always thought it smells like that smell you get just before it's about to rain.
I love that smell.
Like that.
I was going to say victory. It smells like fucking victory.
So it smells like just before it's about to rain and victory.
And green.
And green.
And green.
There you go, Tom. That's what it smells like. Right.
Alright, Kyle. Why is Rotten Teeth your best song?
All the early stuff's always the best, isn't it? Always.
It's not even just early stuff, it's the first songs we ever wrote.
I think it just encompasses everything that Morass was trying to go for at the time. Like it's.
I don't think it is our best song.
I was trying to be nice to Kyle.
It's a great song, I love the song, but like, let it go, Kyle, let it go.
Yeah, I wasn't in it, so it's not the best song.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Stuart Smith.
Stuart Smith, having recorded with Danny, Hales and Sean, are there any more collaborations?
And Matt.
Are there any more collaborations in the pipeline? And if you could get any musician to work with, who would it be? That's a good one.
Well,
so have we got anything in the pipeline at the moment?
Well, obviously we haven't even started writing the new stuff yet
not
properly.
Have you got anyone back of your head?
Yeah. Always.
Are we going to say, or is it?
Well, I'm going to try to keep it cryptic.
Go on then.
So, not this tour we're about to do in August, but the tour that we're going to do, that we're currently booking for autumn, we may be playing with a particular band who we might ask to do some guest stuff on, but they live really far away, so we'll see. But yeah, we basically, as a general answer, we absolutely love getting other musicians on our records, and so that's definitely something we're going to continue and expand on, because I think it's what recording is about. Recording, because sometimes people are like, "Oh, are you going to do that live?" And I'm like, "Well, no, that's not what this is about. This isn't about." Recording is about like creating a rich tapestry, and then live is about a performance. And I want the records to be a piece of art that exists in their own right, and that means that like we can have flute on them, and, acoustic guitars and theremin. Don't forget the theremin. and all kinds of other crazy stuff that we did, like that thing where we turned you into some sort of weird monk choir and all that, or when we were just doing that thing that got really intensely sexual. I'm just gonna
being in the room.
I'm going to leave that there. I'm just going to say that thing we did.
That's where Phil broke.
So to give you a bit of context, the song that the whole album actually ends with, which is kind of tied to the end of Deepest Roots, is this weird sort of almost semi-spiritual thing based on a concept that you came up with, isn't it?
Yeah. So there's like this. In Hinduism, there's like this concept of the sound of creation, and it's kind of like this drone that permeates through the entire universe. And well, you've probably heard it at a yoga class when you have all those middle-aged women going home. That is meant to be the sound of creation. When Bones played the guitar thing and we had this drum pattern, it kind of just reminded me of that. So we kind of went with it.
But then I remember you challenged me to like stop thinking quite so Western about it. Because I was like writing it and writing these turnarounds in it and stuff like that, and then you were like, just take it out.
Yeah.
And I was like, but it feels really weird. You're like, I know. And then we did this thing, and it's the only song actually on the album, I think, that although maybe As Least Full might be as well, but there are very few songs on the album that are done completely live. But that was done completely live. And the way we did it is Raj was in the drum recording room, staring through the bit of glass that you have. I was in the actual control room, control room, and we were just looking at each other in the eyes. It was like, and I was just like, are we falling in love?
Yes.
And then that's when he got really uncomfortable. And I can say I've never been the same since.
Any musician to work with, what would that be? Your dream musician? Go on.
How do you even answer a question that big?
But like, I mean, like no other musician is gonna make music that's Mom.
That's a good
Like,
point. Yeah.
I wouldn't
want them
You
to-
obviously have somebody in mind.
No, I don't. But any hero of mine, in fact. But
No. So, no, but I would like to see. The thing is about getting somebody that's like a ridiculous one, like Jim Morrison or something like that. Is that then it becomes all about that person. Whereas I like collaborations. Do you know what I mean? I like things that feel like you're just a group of friends trying something out. Do you know what I mean?
I think if we were to get Jim Morrison in, I wouldn't want him.
Dead, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Or is he?
Or is he?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want him to do his Jim Morrison thing. I want him to do something different.
Yeah, see, he wouldn't care what you want.
Yeah,
it's Jim Morrison.
I mean, like
This is what I mean.
case in point, Metallica did an album with Lou Reed,
Yeah.
and it's terrible.
Right, so moving on. This is an incredibly important question. So, we need to get serious here. Alex from Cybernetic Witch Cult. How many pickled gherkins were consumed by the band in total over the whole recording, mixing and mastering process? Rounded to the nearest 10. Right, well, I mean, I can say that when we were in the studio, I bought a 1 kilo jar of pickles, and I think we got through most of them.
Yeah.
But how many actual pickles? I mean, how much do you think a pickle weighs?
I don't know, that's hard.
15 grams?
I don't care.
Yeah. I was going to say about 20 grams.
He's not a pickle man. He's like, this is just...
I don't know. I guess there's about 20, 30 in a jar.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Okay, so we definitely got through that many.
Yeah.
There you go, Alex, that many. And
All of them.
Yeah, all of them. All of them that we brought. Okay,
Alright, Tara Skinner. Why don't you have a bass player? Can it be me? We've already got a bass player.
I didn't even say shit there. Did you see that? Woo! Do you remember when that person asked that outside in London?
Well, actually, we do have a bass player, but he's actually inside the orange 1x15 with a tiny little bass.
But in all seriousness, this is a question we've been asked like literally since the start of the band, and it never seems to go away. And I don't know where it comes from, because we have quite a lot of bottom end in our sound.
Yeah.
I guess it's literally to do with the idea of the role of a bass player and why we don't have that. And the truth is it just back in the day when me and Phil and Chris back in the day first had our first jam, we had such good chemistry that we didn't really want to mess with it, did we? We didn't want to get anybody else in, and then ever since then, the chemistry has always been the most important thing, and we've developed these new sounds and all that. And I wouldn't change a thing now,
No,
because
not
part of what if we got, other than the fact that I love 3-pieces because they're easy, that if we got another player in, the dynamic completely shifts in the band. You are putting somebody in, and so then in order for them to quite rightly feel justified being in the band, they'll want to add extra input in. But there's something about the way I play baritone and go through a bass amp and a guitar amp that is unique to our sound. And what do? Do I not have the bottom end in my sound anymore if we've got a bass player? Do you see what I mean? You're just basically talking about scrubbing the band.
You're just a second
scrubbing
guitarist
the
then.
sound.
Yeah.
Completely
Absolutely
changing everything. So that's why
Absolutely
we don't.
right.
We do have bass lines. We just don't have a bass player. Right.